And okay, checking. Let me double check everything. All right, and we are live. All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Jaya Talks. This is episode 15, and we will be talking about talk, trust, transact, which is the soft skills behind the Web3 ecosystem. And this is one of the most requested topic that you guys have voted during our Telegram sessions because we have a lot of community managers, also partnership managers, also business development managers in our community, and we've seen a lot of requests like how to build a really good networking based on how we can communicate with people. And I know that in Web3, we often talk about technology, speed, and innovations. But today, we will be much more focusing on something equally important, which is communication and networking. Because lately, we have seen a lot of Web3 events, and it's really good to actually maximize or maybe optimize on what we can do during the event, not only by just attending to get like pizza or maybe drinks that you'd like to drink, but the people who are attending is actually the real diamonds. So because in a decentralized world, the way you connect can be the real game changer. And we are live right now on YouTube, so feel free to drop any questions you have in mind in the live chat or Telegram, or maybe you can send me a DM on the Telegram directly. And when we will get into the Q&A sessions, we will try to answer all of your questions. So, a little bit of intro today. So, joining us today is someone who truly understands the art and strategy behind the communication in Web3, which is Analu, who is the Chief Coordination Officer from Gate. How are you, Hannah?
Hi, Theo. It's great to have this problem to have me here.
Wonderful, wonderful. How is Web3 so far from your perspective?
It's always like fast, space, and I have to keep up everything. And every day is like 24/7. Like you have to catch.
Yep.
It's just every day you have news. Yes.
It's like something that never sleeps. It's a Web3.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so Anna, welcome to Jaya Talks. It's really great to have you with us. Before we dive in, could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and also what you do at Gate?
Great. So hello everyone. I'm really happy to meet you guys here. So I'm Anna. I stayed in the crypto industry. I think this is 5 years exactly. So now I'm working with Gates, a centralized crypto exchange. And I'm working for them to create teams in MENA region and some of the countries in Asia. So yes, basically my job is to create a team and grow the business and try to make Gates known. Yes, that is me.
Amazing. Amazing. So 5 years is not like a short time. I would like to know what is your first thought when you join the Web3? Like, what makes you actually jump into the Web3?
So actually very interestingly, like my first role in Web3 is HR. Yeah,
Oh,
so I was a recruiter for another crypto exchange. That was my first job, and I didn't even know anything about crypto. And it was 2020, and I think it's just right before the next round of bull market. Nobody was knowing that this gonna be another bull run. So
yeah.
they hire me for overseas development. So I speak Korean, and I stayed in Korea for a long time. So that was where I started. Like I start to grow the business, not business, but to recruitment for BD role and marketing role from Korea, and then to English region as well. So actually, my first role was in crypto exchange and as HR.
Oh, interesting. That's really cool. And someone here just said "Annyeong, Anna."
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 네.
All right, that's a really cool journey that you have there because in Web3 there's a lot of new career, new role to be exact. Like a lot of unique role, like for example, chief of meme officer, which is another type of CMO in Web3. So it's like a whole new experience in Web3.
Yeah, it's
All right.
really funny, okay, because I think crypto is it's not it's serious, but it's also not serious in many ways. So that's why it's also attract a lot of like common like people don't have any knowledge about it, but it's easy entry. So I guess
Yeah.
it's a very different way of it's different than the traditional markets for sure. Yeah.
Yes, completely true, completely true.
Yeah.
Because I see Web3 as a really big castle with a lot of doors, or maybe a lot of gates, to be exact. Because people can learn Web3 from the NFTs, from the crypt, from the coin, maybe from the Bitcoin, or sometimes from the community itself. So it can be from various type of ways. So that's why it's pretty flexible, like you said. Sometimes it's serious, but most of the time it's not that serious. But yeah, it's a fun ecosystem, to be exact.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So I'd like to jump into the main discussion, guys. So the question is, first one is the one that you've guys been requesting. So the first one is about the communication, especially in Web3, because everything is remote. I think it's also my first time on working remote, especially in Web3, because previously I work within the government and it's always on the office. So I've never been on remote at all. So that's why Web3 is my first remote role experience. So in this type of like really far away distance, also fast environment, what makes effective communication that makes it different from conventional industries to Web3, in your opinion, Anna?
Oh, okay, it's a really good topic to talk about because like a remote working, there are many challenges. So if because we don't know each other before, but we start to merge each other in one place, and we have no idea. Maybe we cannot really like see each other face. We can just like text. We just know from the text and maybe just a communication about okay, what is going on, the workflow, the SOP should be there already, so that's easier for everyone that can cope with each other very well. Otherwise it's gonna be really hard, like sometimes like if this coworker isn't really passionate about the work, then he probably will disappear for 1 or 2 days, and that's like something that's very not cool, like as a HR or as a company members and team leaders or something. It's gonna be really like um uh really like a terrible experience. So I
Yeah.
want to say like if as like for the resolving this problem, I think as HR or as a team leader, we like to recruit someone that's have when we have this interview, we like to know okay, what can you do, like first of all like the capability of this role, and then later on your goal. Actually, I think it's very important. So why would you like to join this company, and why would you like to acquire this role? Just because you want to get the salary, or you have a passion to achieve something? So this is something that I feel can be automatically like solve this remote working problem. Like if we have the same vision, if we have the same goal, and you want to do this because you want to show your value, so you actually automatically want to connect with the team and quick response, and you will put your work as a priority all the time. And then actually, even though we don't meet each other, sometimes even we sit in the same old face, okay, I just want to
Yes.
maybe watch uh, like I then it's actually I think just when we want to work with each other, we have to align with each other very well, whether we have the same goal to achieve something. I think that's really it's like a self motivation. Yeah, so it is. So if the team has the members like this, even though they work remotely, it's gonna be very efficient. That's my opinion. Yes.
I see. So it always comes back on how can we communicate clearly and effective to part of the teams, I'll say, and also maybe to
Yeah.
users or maybe to our coworkers. Because I think in this type of world, in this type of ecosystem, a miscommunication is not something rare. It could be happen even between co-founders themselves. So yes, we always need to double check about our communication, guys.
Exactly. Yeah, I really agree with you, Phil. Like the misunderstanding thing, the communication, if you know, like it's gonna be really like a headache because
Yeah,
we want to do like actually we mean the same thing, but because of the expression is different, then we will misunderstand each other very well, and then we cannot, make it
yeah,
the work then. Yes.
true,
Mm.
true, true.
Yes.
Yeah, because everything is affecting the way how we communicate, guys. Because sometimes if you, especially if you are in the remote role, let's say you just woke up, you started to communicate to your partner who was just about to sleep. So this kind of different moods could also determine the different of type communications and lead to the misunderstanding. So, Anna, I also like to know, you mentioned that communication is really important, especially in this type of remote role and a global network. So, do you think what are the most effective ways to build also maintain strong network in such fast-moving global ecosystem? Because I believe that communication is not always to be internally within our team, but also externally. So you've been explaining about how we manage communication internally, but I'd like to know your opinion about how to maintain communication externally so we can build a strong network.
Yeah, of course, communication is very important. Like I feel like it's very important to be straightforward, not to feel like oh you are hiding something or like you do not want to open up. So this this gonna help because if both parties like have the ability and they can like share their own capabilities, and then it's actually very efficient. So you have to open up. You have to be open to talk about everything and to not to like avoid something that's like I do not want to talk about this, and then or like I'm afraid I will make mistakes, or so that's actually psychologically you are losing a lot of chances. So yeah, communication is very important. Yeah. Mm.
All right. Um, I think one last questions from me is actually I wonder how can actually we've been talking about how flexible Web3 is so that people can easily pick their entry, entrance. They can join. They can learn from the Bitcoin. They can learn from the NFTs and everything. But for us, especially, or maybe for you as a professionals in this Web3 ecosystem, how you basically could leverage or maybe use these soft skills of communication, also networking, to basically create or maybe secure your long-term career in especially in Web3.
For the career wise, I feel like first of all, just to show whatever you can do, right? Like to if you want to find a job in Web3 area, you first need to know what are the spheres, like whether it's centralized crypto exchange and insider, BD, marketing, branding, PR, social media manager, events manager, a lot of roles. So first of all, you have to know that's which sphere you can fit in, right? And then maybe like then you start to find more projects, not only like crypto exchange but also a lot of projects in the Web3, and know as much as possible and find the right projects with the right stage. Like if it's a startup, maybe they could hire someone that have like a new beginner, right? And then they would like to grow with you because they are also new. So probably you can actually learn from growing with them. So it's actually really good. Usually like mature companies, they probably would prefer someone already being like have experience in some specific sphere. But it doesn't mean that you have to have a really rich Web3 knowledge as well. Like for example, if you are good at like maybe for example like speaking in front of people, right? If you have this skill, like you can still like find your right way. Like you can be a podcaster, you can be a MC, you can be like a lot of something that you think you can show in front of people, and then you can also like learn from the scripts, learn from a lot of events. So this is also something that even though you're not you don't have any experience in Web3, but you have profession in other industries can be used in these industries, also can help. So yeah, hope it helps.
I see. So it's actually pretty flexible. So like people can start based on what they actually mastered. So it's not always been so technical, right? It could be like even if you're good on speaking, you can basically earn something in the Web3. You can be someone actually in the Web3. So, have you
Exactly.
seen a lot of these cases in Web3, or maybe have you worked with one of those people?
Yeah, of course. Like from traditional markets, like if you, for example, you can speak a lot of languages, then it's great for you to be a community manager because you understand people really well, and then you can help the company to communicate with different communities. This is like translate, like if you have language skills, and second is if you have a social media account and you are good at running it, then even though you have never like have any content in crypto, you can still have a try because you prove yourself, you have a big followers, you're good at promoting yourself or some projects, then you can also jump to Web3 industry. And also like speaking, if you're MC yourself or you always like you have a really good podcast, you're good at speaking, then you now like exchanges are like recruiting like MC speakers, and especially they have offline events or so, like you can also like be their moderators. So even though you have never had any knowledge, and you can still, if you want to jump into Web3 area, you can also like from this perspective as well. And also like technical persons for sure, like if you know how to code but you have never really tried Web3 products or smart contract, is easy for you to learn. So as long as you, yeah, and there are many cases. Mm.
I see. I see. That's really cool. And I think it's good to know back again to how we basically branding ourselves on social media, right? Like building our reputations to actually get noticed by some companies, or maybe we can offer ourselves to some companies based on what we actually have on social media.
Exactly, yes. And social media right now is really popular. So if
Yeah.
you are like you just know how to edit, right? You will have really good pieces, and maybe the some projects would like to hire you because they also need some like specialties in this area.
I see, I see. I completely agree because I've seen that a lot of the crypto events, they are recruiting MC, they are recruiting events manager, like you said, because Web3 is growing, and we started from the global, and a lot of Web3 projects, especially from the crypto exchanges, they build like a regional communities, they build regional events. So the opportunity is basically almost limitless. So for those who are would like to actually jump into the Web3, it's actually not that hard. As long as you are willing to learn, then there's always a way.
Exactly, Theo. Yes. And Web3, you can learn the knowledge through the internet, social media is full of them. And once you enter this Web3 area, then I think next step should be like you should follow someone that's like a healthy experience, so you can learn and grow really quick.
All right, amazing. I completely agree. Completely agree. All right, guys. I think the discussion is we already shown our discussion questions, so I'd like to open the floor for all of our audiences to throw their concern or maybe whatever they have in mind directly to the comment section. And surprisingly, we have pretty a lot of questions right now. So, guys, as usual, we might not be able to answer all of your questions, but we try to keep up as long as we have time. So, I would like to pick one of the questions here from the Amois. So, the question is Hi, Anna, what is the biggest communication mistake you've seen in Web3 projects?
Okay, I think um okay, I feel it's just not to balance the requirements of each other. You know, like everyone wants to put their own requirement first. So you will mention about your project, you have this need, and I have my needs, but you don't want to listen. And so this gonna cause chaos because you want something from me, but you didn't think whether I can provide or whether I would like to be like an equal, like I would also want something from you. Like sometimes it's gonna cause like it's not comfortable to communicate in that way, and it's got a failure of the collaborations apparently, because and you don't even know why there is no response, because you just like express your strong willings of okay, I want something from you, I want something from you, and then you didn't tell, like you didn't even know this person like whether they can be the real provider for your needs, right? And also why they didn't respond. Maybe they will say, why would I like to offer these services to you? You cannot, give me something in return. I think for business, it sometimes should be like equal. Like it sounds like very, okay, I want to take benefit from you, and uh, out of no reason. Like, I mean, for business wise, probably it's a problem. Yeah, but from friends, maybe like because emotionally, like sometimes it's okay. But for business wise, sometimes you have to really consider whether, okay, we know each other really well, and then whether we can meet each other's needs. Then it can achieve something win-win. And the biggest communication mistake, I feel like, is just there is a misunderstanding with each other's capability, and also like what you can offer to the other side. So instead of just say, okay, what I want from you, but better also can say, okay, what I can provide to you. And by saying that, it's like already like what the other side wants. Then you say, okay, I can fit your needs. So I think a lot of times I found this communication mistake between each other, so they cannot fit each other's needs, and then they have no response. Yeah.
I see. So is it safe to say that it's actually because of the ego of some people, so that the communication is not clearly stated?
Yeah, yeah, some ego, and also like it's just okay. You have to understand, like sometimes, like, especially from influencers, for example, like
Mhm.
they probably have big followers, and it's like it's common, like they have so many offers, right? And this condition, like probably you have to communicate in a different way, because it's not only for him or her, it's only for yourself. You do not want to get pain, right? You do not want to get refused, right? So you have to understand, okay, even he's probably very how to say that, like arrogant
Yep.
arrogant way of this, but they have to understand why he is or she is arrogant, right? So if he's really
Yep.
valued that much, maybe you should change your way, to make each other comfortably. So it's still like based on the understandable level of each other. Mm.
I see. So it's like the art of understanding.
Yeah, yeah. It's ego from the other side, but also whether you would like to, be more how to say, like tolerant about this.
Mhm.
Whether you have a big heart of it. If you have, then you want it, and then you probably have to really like adjust yourself, and then maybe you can make the deal then. And then it's hard in the beginning, but if you can really tolerate it and improve yourself, and then I feel like you will also be more comfortable. You will not feel like, oh, why this person is like, why he's thinking about himself so high or something like that. You don't have so much emotional issues. What is your real goal, right? Just think about that. Yeah.
Yes, I think it's really important to also have some tolerance because, first of all, we never know what our partner is going through. Sometimes they didn't mean what they were saying, so it's always good to have some sort of like understanding like that. All right.
Exactly.
So next question is coming from the RCKT So the question is, hi guys, Anna, what's your personal strategy for building trust with new partners?
Okay, so the first thing, you have to be very confident and trust yourself and your brand. You have to like be like that. Then you can express like the confidence when you describe your product, your brand to the other side. So they will feel that, like if you are not sure about your brand, then this is first of all, like you cannot, of course, give the partner's idea that's okay whether I should trust this brand.
Yeah, I see. So the first thing is to be confident on like your background or maybe your company because it could affect the overall communications. If you don't feel like you're confident, then you're gonna
Yeah.
ruin the
Uh,
communication.
no need more like communication. You are not good at this job.
Yes. All right. So next, I hope that answered your question. By the way, for those who are asking, and then we are moving to our next question is from VRGN. So, how do you deal with the cultural misunderstandings in global collaborations?
Yeah, so there will be misunderstandings. So I think some reflections are very important. Like after every business negotiations, then you feel something wrong, and then you would like to check whether it's from the deal or from like you don't know. Actually, in their culture, it means like something okay, like it is their expression, but you feel okay, maybe they are not happy, but actually it's not. It's just their way of expression. So um first of all, we really need to know the background of where he is from, and then try to understand more about their culture. Like then you will feel easier to negotiate a deal and maybe lower down the budget, because you will feel like, yeah, it's very, you have to know the culture before the negotiations for sure. And if there are some misunderstanding, then you have to, okay, research yourself what is happening. If you are, if the customer offended by your like behavior, just be humble and modest, and to say, okay, I didn't know this in your culture is different. Let's I feel really sorry, just apology, and then he will feel like very comfortable, would like to be even more closer to you.
Completely agree, guys. Don't be too, how to say it, like feel like always be humble. If you think that you make mistake, always say sorry. Don't feel like oh, it might be nothing because it's some small things, but for someone it could be like a big things. So if you think that if you feel like you've done something wrong, or maybe you have picked the wrong word on how to communicate, feel free to apologize. Never be like feeling that's all right. I don't need to apology.
Exactly.
Please take that feeling away because it's dangerous.
Exactly.
All
Yeah.
right. All right. So moving on to the next question is coming from the mm, 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 from Qpeng. So hi Anna, what is your take on using AI tools for communication in Web3? Is it helpful or harmful?
Okay, I use AI tools for sometimes editing the business proposals. Sometimes they will give you really standard way of speaking, and it will because we are like a doing business or handling team the like company like stuff a lot, and you probably lose the ability of speaking the language properly. Then this time like AI could help you to curate your languages and in another level, and then it's definitely gonna help. And also translation as well. Like if you feel like not confident on communicating in English, then you can actually tap them on AI translation, and sometimes this works really really well, and they cannot really feel the difference. So yes, I guess helpful more than harmful. But sometimes, like the contents wise, I feel like they can. They will feel okay. You are using AI, right? So you cannot feel
Yep.
like talking to a person. So sometimes, yeah, it can be bad. So you have to really balance for the each side. Yes.
Yes, I think it goes back to how wise are we to actually utilize the tools, because it's like holding a knife. Like you can use it to cut your food, but you can also hurt people by using it. So, guys, always be careful on using any tools. All right. So,
Exactly. Yes.
next question is from the Sueco. How do you identify genuine people versus opportunists when you networking?
Just
Oh, it's a
network
good one.
more. Just network more, then you will identify and make mistakes. It will help you.
It's an experience. Cannot be explained. Sometimes it's like a whisper in the ear, like he's not the one. She might be legitimate people. So it could. It's like an experience. I completely understand.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Hi Anna. As a leader, how can leaders encourage site team members to communicate more openly? Some tech professionals are actually introverts. That's a good question.
Okay, I feel like yeah, if they do not want to communicate, then understand they do not want to communicate. It's not like they have emotion issues with you. They just don't want to talk. Like there's professions, and then I would show my understanding and show my way of encouragement and warmness to them, so they will feel it and they will open up little and little. And how to encourage? There are so many ways. Like by you will like from this little improvements, or like, okay, he designs a really good picture, and then you will just say it out, like just say it out from your bottom of hearts. They will feel like, oh, it's really a good piece of art that you have created. And you have to really see why, like like the shining point of these members, like that's help the growth of your team. Then speak it out, like tell him that you feel happy about this point. Then he will feel like appreciated. He will feel like his work is valued. So then he will be more confident and to start to like open more, for sure. I think you have to see every improvement of this person, these team members, and then speak it out.
Oh, that's a good point. It's actually on realizing their contribution, or maybe realizing their work, noticing their works to be exact, and try to like throwing some little balls, hoping that it could bounce back to us, and then we can slowly build some vibes up, I would say.
Thumbs up all the time.
Yes, sometimes all the time. And also, guys, just for your information, emojis does help for communications.
Yeah, very funny emojis, and also like according to the situation, right? You will put the right image. It's gonna be very fun, and a lot of people will be like motivated. Yeah, I feel
Yes,
that.
I completely agree. It
Mm.
also helps on people to prevent basically misunderstanding on reading your chat, because sometimes your chat might sound a little bit rude, but you don't mean it. So using like smiley face could actually change everything. So trust me.
I feel you, Theo. Yes.
All right. So next question is from Crypto Fader. Question is, how do you build trust quickly in a newly formed decentralized team?
I feel like you have to have really clear in structure, like you have a clear workflow, so that people will trust not you personally, but trust the workflow first, because they are here for working. And if you have a really clear structure or instructions about work, you will feel, okay, this is a professional, like it's not biased, and they feel they can work properly and valued. So that will be like very quick way to be trusted. And then later on you can add more things about like personally, like emojis or encouragements, and then they will, yeah, it will grow more healthily in this way. Hmm.
I see. That's really interesting. And
Hmm.
because some encouragement is actually does the job, so it's always good to encourage some people, guys, especially noticing their contributions. All right. I think we can answer two more questions before we're running out of time. So the next question is from Asgola Inc. So it's coming from our Telegram. So the question is, how do you recover a relationship after a major communication breakdown? It's a good question because I need the answer as well.
Yeah, I had like one team member before the previous company. I think I didn't mean to push stress on him, but he felt his work efforts was not seen, and then he became like really upset. And then I was feeling like I can feel like he probably already like made a lot of effort, but cannot see the results. He also wants to make him work being seen and valued. And then I think first of all, like it was a lesson for me, like I should not to be too like disencourage people by pushing them too hard, and just to see, okay, whether this is like he has already tried his best or it takes time. So but after that I was like trying to say, okay, I get it, that's the line. And then start to say, okay, just just trying to like get back a little bit by something else. Like, okay, now team has some other needs, and we can do it together and then start to make more communication in other things, not to be like this, like KPI, for example, like always focus on KPI. It's gonna be like, okay, like I'm so stressed. I do not want to work with you anymore. I will just quit. So this is something that I learned from. That's why, like, I feel like there's always chance that you can recover a relationship, but you have to be really gentle. You really have to understand you made a mistake, and then you will try to see, okay, how can I recover the relationship? If he or she does not feel like you are the right leadership for him or she, it happens. Then okay, just then let it be. We do not want to waste each other's time and energy. Each other has their own ambitions, so and so in any relationship it's two sides. It's not always one side trying to recover things and the other side just put, like, that means you're not match, right? And just don't waste each other's time and just cut it, bye bye. And maybe another company, and then you meet each other and a new situation, because things are always changing. But maybe so far, like, it's not it's okay, any relationship have a chance to recover, but based on the willingness of each other. Like, okay, I feel okay, even though you have done something, like maybe, and then I feel your sincerity, and I feel your sincerity, then I also, okay, I will trust you again, and then let's work more. And then if this side person like feels, okay, you really changed, you understand me better, then maybe it's like, then it's actually increasing. It's not like one time, okay, I want to say sorry and say sorry, that's all. No, 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 you have to really show that you really understand this co-worker, like, then he feels your sincerity, then it's gonna recover little and little, because it's work relationship. So actually, if you have achieved something good at work, it's actually really help, like, because you have a teamwork and it makes great results, then actually it's better because you had misunderstanding and then you understand each other more, then you build a really firm trust for each other. So yeah, I think it's really sensitive, and then you have to yeah, by experience, and but also learn and be modest and try to recover the relationship sincerely. Yeah.
I see. So it's not like sorry doesn't mean it could solve everything. It's how we can actually approach and show our sincerity, especially on how can be better to on understanding people, and also how can we, because trust is not something that can be gained easily. So sometimes we have to build it like step by step, especially if we make any mistakes in communication. So it's not like sorry, then everything is recovered back as normal. Sometimes we need to regain the trust.
Yeah, so be careful.
Yes, always be careful. All right. So last questions is from Ma Yuxing. So what is the best way to give constructive feedback without hurting Morale.
Constructive feedback without hurting morale. Mm. Mm-hmm. What is the best? So I think like, okay, so you have to understand why this kind of feedback will hurt the morale. You will have to understand why, yeah, the honest or constructive feedback will, like, hurt the morale. You will speak it out, like you can say, okay, I'm not really mean that, like, I have to say, like, I just for your good, and or my humble opinion, or like something that can solve the thing, and or according to my experience, I feel this is something that's not good to do, or like it's like, even though you are really like you just, because the constructive feedback or the thing that will help this person. But if this person cannot listen to right, it will sound like you don't like me, or okay, you don't support me, and this could hurt him for sure. So you understand that. You first of all, you need to have the awareness to know that it probably can hurt him or her. Then you will trying to say, like, okay, I don't want to sound so harsh, and but I really for you, and I want to give you my honest feedback. So I think, yeah, the communication skills should be like more soft. But if if you don't even aware that, you just say your honest feedback is according to your leadership type. If people see you as an honest and straightforward leadership, they will feel good because they feel like, okay, you are really helping me by just pointing out the thing for me, so they will feel good. So it's really according to this person whether he or she really know you, and if they don't know you, then probably you have to say it soft way. So or if he or she already know you, like your style is like that, straightforward, then they will feel happy because they need some advice that's to their life, to their work, that can, really for them. So I think it's really according to who you are talking to. And if it's a sensitive person, then yes, say something soft and then to have your point out, speak to them.
True, true, true. So understand the person that you're trying to communicate with,
Yeah.
and sometimes if you have tried your best on like not to say it too direct, or maybe you try to be soft, but they still feel to be offended. Sometimes it's not because the how do you communicate, but sometimes it's the people that cannot accept the feedback. So it's always from the two sides of coins, like Anna has been explaining from the beginning, because we're communicating. It's always on two sides. You've tried your best. Sometimes the other side doesn't really understood on what you're trying to deliver, because as it's said, constructive feedback. So it should be something positive because it's for your best. So yes, I completely agree with Yana. And actually, we still have 10 more questions, but we will be end by the night if we continue on answering questions, because the more we answer, the more questions pops up somehow. So I think I'd like to wrap up our sessions. But before we wrap up, Anna, actually on the Jaya Talks, we always have like this kind of secret questions that we will ask to our speaker. So this question is never be brief anywhere, nor by me or Zana. So it's like this kind of question is getting voted by our community every 2 days before the session's running, and our community will pick the questions that they would like to be asked on our speakers on live. So for today's secret question is so no pressure, no pressures. It's a simple question. So our secret questions for you is if your Web3 journey is a food, what will it be?
Fruit or
Food.
food?
Food.
Food. Kimchi
Yes.
jjigae.
Oh, is it something sour? I like kimchi because
And unique and
oh,
addicted.
addicted. Yes, it is. Is it happen to be? Is it possible to be jajangmyeon? I mean, because I like that a lot.
But I mean, if you really like, I feel yes, it's sweet. So I guess yeah,
Yes.
kimchi jjigae is yeah, it's spicy. Yeah, it's something that stimulates you all the time, and you always
Okay.
want to have it. So
So which part from this kimchi that relates with your journey? Is it the sour one? Is it the spicy one? Is it the addictive one? Like which part of it?
that's a good question. I think kimchi, kimchi spice, kimchi and spicy. Yes.
All right, so amazing. So, guys, there you have it, the answer to our secret questions. So again, thank you so much, Anna, for sharing your experience and insight for today. I think everyone here will agree that communication and networking are not just like nice to have skills, but it's essential for long-term success in Web3, whether it's not on Web3. And to everyone watching, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So for our 70 viewers now, you'll never miss. Hope you never miss future episodes, and we will be back with more Jaya Talk soon. Until then, keep learning, keep building, and keep communicating. See you next time. Thank you, Anna. Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, Shraddha.
Thank you. Bye.